The Los Angeles Lakers have recently undergone a remarkable transformation on the defensive end, a shift that has caught the attention of NBA analysts and fans alike. Much of this resurgence is credited to assistant coach JJ Redick, whose influence on the team's defensive schemes and overall mindset has been profound. Earlier in the season, the Lakers were struggling to establish themselves as legitimate title contenders, but their recent victories over powerhouse teams like the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets have drastically changed that narrative. The big question now is whether this defensive dominance can be sustained throughout the grueling playoff run that lies ahead. JJ Redick's contributions to the Lakers extend far beyond tactical changes in their defensive sets. His influence has sparked a shift in the team's overall mentality, instilling a renewed commitment to defensive intensity and team cohesion. As sports analyst Bomani Jones pointed out during his appearance on Good Word with Goodwill, the Lakers have successfully limited opponents to an impressive 43% field goal percentage, a testament to the effectiveness of Redick's strategies. While some skeptics argue that Redick, as a relatively inexperienced coach, might find himself overwhelmed by the intensity of an NBA playoff campaign, his ability to innovate and adapt has been commendable thus far. Jones emphasized that Redick has not only improved defensive execution, but also fostered a culture of relentless competitiveness within the team. However, while the Lakers' fan base remains optimistic, the realities of postseason basketball are vastly different from the regular season. As Vincent Goodwill noted, Luka Doncic's defensive vulnerabilities could become a target for opposing teams, potentially undermining the Lakers' defensive efforts. How the coaching staff addresses this challenge will be a crucial factor in determining the team's success. Furthermore, despite his unparalleled basketball IQ and physical resilience, LeBron James is now 40 years old. In a high-stakes 7-game series, opposing teams will likely attempt to exploit any signs of fatigue or decline in his defensive capabilities. Defensive adjustments and strategic evolution. Under Redick's guidance, the Lakers have implemented several defensive adjustments that have significantly contributed to their recent success. These changes include improved defensive positioning. Players are now more disciplined in their assignments, reducing open looks for opposing shooters. Enhanced communication on the court. The team has demonstrated greater awareness and coordination, ensuring defensive rotations are executed efficiently. Commitment to transition defense. The Lakers have placed a heightened emphasis on preventing fast break opportunities, forcing opponents to work harder for their points. Additionally, Redick's coaching has played a pivotal role in the development of key players such as Austin Reeves. His ability to create turnovers and make smart defensive reads has been invaluable to the team's success. As the playoffs approach, sustaining this defensive performance will be a primary challenge, requiring constant adjustments and innovation from Redick and his coaching staff. Future challenges. Can the Lakers maintain their defensive edge? The postseason presents a unique set of challenges that will test the Lakers' ability to maintain their defensive dominance. Playoff intensity. The level of physicality and strategic complexity increases dramatically in the playoffs. Can the Lakers continue to execute their defensive schemes with the same level of discipline? Opponent adjustments. Teams will likely attempt to exploit any defensive weaknesses, particularly those associated with Luka Doncic and LeBron James' advancing age. How will the Lakers counter these strategies? Coaching adaptability. Redick's success this season could influence future coaching hires across the NBA. Will his innovative defensive strategies prove effective against elite playoff opponents? If the Lakers manage to sustain their defensive success through the playoffs, it could mark the beginning of a new era for the franchise. Their ability to adapt under Redick's leadership will be crucial in determining whether this transformation is a temporary boost or a long-term strategic evolution. The impact of Luka Doncic on the Lakers journalist Alan Hanna recently asserted that Luka Doncic is the best complementary player LeBron James has ever had. This bold statement stems from Doncic's ability to enhance LeBron's game in ways that previous teammates, including Dwyane Wade, were unable to. While Wade was an elite playmaker and scorer, his lack of a consistent three-point shot limited floor spacing when playing alongside James. Doncic, on the other hand, possesses both elite scoring ability and exceptional court vision, making him an ideal partner for the aging superstar. After a slow start to their on-court chemistry, Doncic made a statement with a dominant 32-point performance in a victory over the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers currently hold a 34-21 record, with notable improvements in their defensive performance over the last 15 games. This newfound defensive stability has allowed James, Doncic, and Reeves more freedom on offense, as they no longer have to carry the entire burden of outscoring opponents. Defensive concerns and tactical adjustments. Despite Doncic's offensive brilliance, his defensive shortcomings remain a concern. With the trade of Anthony Davis, the Lakers lost one of the league's premier rim protectors, creating a significant void in their defensive lineup. To compensate, the team has implemented several strategic adjustments. More mobile defensive schemes. The Lakers are experimenting with dynamic defensive sets that maximize agility and perimeter containment. Reinforcing the front court. The acquisition of Mark Williams aims to address the absence of a dominant shot blocker in the paint. Increased reliance on team defense. Rather than depending on individual defensive prowess, the Lakers are emphasizing collective effort to compensate for weaknesses. The implications of Victor Wembanyama's injury. The NBA landscape has been further shaken by the season-ending injury of San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama. Diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder, Wembanyama now faces a lengthy recovery period, significantly altering the Spurs' trajectory this season. This development has broader implications, potentially impacting roster decisions across the league. One notable ripple effect involves veteran point guard Chris Paul, who may now seek a buyout from the Spurs to join a contending team. Reports suggest that Paul has long been linked to the Lakers, and with the Spurs shifting toward a rebuilding phase, the possibility of Paul finally teaming up with James and Doncic appears increasingly viable. Looking ahead. Lakers' playoff aspirations. If the Lakers were to acquire Chris Paul, their roster would be further strengthened, adding another high-IQ playmaker to an already formidable lineup. However, the road ahead remains challenging, with tough matchups against elite teams such as the Milwaukee Bucks, Denver Nuggets, and Phoenix Suns looming on the schedule. As the playoffs approach, the Lakers must continue refining their defensive strategies, ensuring that their newfound strength on that end of the floor translates into postseason success. The coming weeks will ultimately determine whether this Lakers team is capable of translating its regular season resurgence into a deep playoff run. Under JJ Redick's guidance, they have the tools to succeed, but execution, adaptability, and resilience will be the defining factors in their quest for championship glory.